Awarded millions of dollars to create safer streets for everyone. Tonight, a look at where that money will go and how it will be spent.
I hope that means we can get more permanent structures. We need something more solid.
And local students getting a unique chance to learn STEM skills.
Basically, you can just build whatever you want and make it come to life.
But it's not just about computers. The big lesson they're learning in this new space. TMJ4 News at 6 starts now.
Right now at 6, friends and family of a Milwaukee woman who was found dead last week are holding a balloon release in her honor tonight.
Deborah McMillian was reported missing last week. Her body was found 4 days later near 35th and Burleigh. MPD confirms it is investigating her death.
And that's where we find Miriam Makar. She's near 35th and Burleigh, where that balloon release will get underway soon.
Yeah, that's right, Shannon and Charles. Friends and family of Deborah McMillian will be here within the hour to mourn and remember the life of the 49-year-old. According to officials, she went missing on December 10th. She was found 4 days later here near 35th and Burleigh, and because of the state her body was in, officials still haven't been able to determine the cause of her death, but Milwaukee police are still investigating. It's a terrible tragedy that no family wants to go through, let alone in the middle of the holiday season. We will speak to Deborah's family tonight and give you an update on that investigation and where it stands later on at 10 o'clock. But for now, reporting live in Milwaukee, Miriam Makar, TMJ4 News.
All right, Miriam, keep us posted. Meanwhile, Milwaukee police are investigating a violent weekend across the city. 8 shootings and 2 stabbings left 11 people hurt and 2 dead. Despite these shocking numbers, crime in Milwaukee has declined in some key categories. Homicides are down 23% compared to the same time in 2022 and down compared to 2021. Non-fatal shootings are also down 4% this year. One violent offense the city is seeing more of, carjackings. Those are up 15% compared to the same time last year.
The Raymond School Board will meet again tonight. On the agenda, discussion about the district's interim superintendent and the on-leave school principal. Parents have complained that much of the hiring process for the superintendent has been behind closed doors, and many also complaining to TMJ4 that they are upset that the principal's contract would not be renewed. Our Megan Lee spoke exclusively to Principal Jeff Peterson last week. He believes his contract was not renewed because of his sexual orientation. Tonight's meeting starts at 6:30. Milwaukee getting millions of dollars to improve roads and to continue traffic calming measures.
The federal dollars are part of a Safe Streets program. TMJ4's Ryan Jenkins asks neighbors how they hope the money is spent.
This traffic circle at 25th and Locust in the Amani neighborhood was just installed at the end of October, and now you can see that all that's left is a mangled cone and some debris from vehicles in the middle as cars continue to speed past in this area. I came back to talk with neighbors about what they hope the millions of dollars in funding that the city of Milwaukee is receiving for safe streets means when it comes to projects like this.
Honestly, I don't even know if that's going to really help a lot.
This traffic circle at 25th and Locust was installed at the end of October. And it's clear it hasn't worked to deter reckless and careless driving in the area. That's why Elizabeth Brown, president of Amani United, says more investments are needed as the city of Milwaukee announces new plans to invest $5 million into projects similar to this.
I hope that means we can get more permanent structures, because that does not help much. We need something more solid.
Funding was a challenge when trying to get this temporary traffic circle installed until AARP stepped up to help foot the bill. I went to the city engineer to ask if it's these types of projects that could be funded with that $5 million.
We do have general traffic calming funds that we invest in, and this grant would kind of go into those funds. And those general traffic calming funds we prioritize based on safety metrics and equity and things like that. So it's possible that, depending on where the improvement's located, that the Amani neighborhood may score highly on those metrics and receive a city-funded project.
The money is part of the Safe Streets for All program, which comes from the Bipartisan Infrastructure law signed by President Biden earlier this year. The federal government will offer up $4 million, and Milwaukee will offer a $1 million match.
To experiment and try out new things in streets across the city, all with an eye towards building the safest streets we can for the city of Milwaukee.
Prepare to see more concrete bump outs and islands, protected bike lanes, street corrections, and even outreach and planning. And Muse says all of this helps move the city towards its goal of having zero traffic deaths or life-changing injuries by 2037.
Actually being committed to Vision Zero is a prerequisite to getting these federal funds.
A multi-million-dollar investment opening up an avenue to fund a city program named Safe, Welcoming, and Enjoyable Streets to Grow Milwaukee. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ryan Jenkins, TMJ4 News.
Milwaukee, not the only Wisconsin community receiving funding from this grant. Madison will get $6 million. The city of Sheboygan and West Bend are also among the 8 communities receiving money. The road funding is much needed. According to a study by the nonprofit TRIP, nearly half of Wisconsin roads are considered to be in poor or mediocre condition. And because of that, the average Milwaukee area driver loses $2,400 each year to vehicle operating cost.